and welcome to today's episode of the Travel Miles. I am Ahana and I am a new member of WOoMAN. So in today's episode, I will be providing you guys with some information and a history of the famous monument in Agra. We are going to talk about the Agra Fort. So Agra Fort is a historical fort in the city of Agra in India. It was the main residence of the emperors of Mughal Dynasty till 1638, when the capital was shifted from Agra to Delhi. It is about 2.5 km northwest of its more famous sister monument, the Taj Mahal. The fort can be more accurately described as a walled city. Interesting, isn't it? So, let us get to know about the time from where it all started. After the first battle of Panipat in 1526, the victorious Babur stayed in the fort in the palace of Ibrahim Lodi. He later built a baule in it. His successor Humayun was crowned in the fort in 1530. He was defeated at Bilgram in 1540 by Sher Shah Suri. The fort remained with the Suris till 1555 when Humayun recaptured it. Adil Shah Suri's general Hemu recaptured Agra in 1556 and pursued its fleeing governor to Delhi, where he met the Mughals in Battle of Tughlaqabad. Realizing the importance of its central situation, Akbar made it his capital and arrived in Agra in 1558. His historian Abul Fazl recorded that this was a brick fort known as Badalgarh. It was in a ruined condition and Akbar had it rebuilt with red sandstone from Baroli area, Dholpur district in Rajasthan. Architects laid the foundation and it was built with bricks in the inner core with sandstone on external surfaces. Some around 4,000 builders worked on it daily for 8 long years, completing it finally in 1573. The fort is crescent-shaped, flattened on the east with a long, nearly straight wall facing the river. It is ringed by double castellated ramparts of red sandstone, punctuated at regular intervals by bastions. A 9-meter wide and 10-meter deep moat surrounds the outer wall. An imposing 22-meter high inner wall imparts a feeling of invincible defensive construction. The layout of the fort was determined by the course of the river, which in those days flowed alongside. The main axis is parallel to the river and the walls bridge out towards the city. The fort had originally 4 gates, 2 of which were later walled up. Today, visitors are allowed entry only through the Amar Singh Gate. Jahangir Mahal is the first notable building that the visitor sees as he enters through Amar Singh Gate. Jahangir was Akbar's son and the heir to the Mughal throne. Jahangir Mahal was built by Akbar as the women's quarter. It is built of stone and is simply decorated on the exterior. Ornamental Persian verses have been carved on a large stone bowl, which were probably used to contain fragrant rose water. Akbar built a palace adjacent to Jahangir Mahal for her favorite queen. Now comes the Khas Mahal, which was built by Shah Jahan entirely of marble. The Khas Mahal demonstrates distinctive Islamic Persian features. These are well blended with a striking range of Hindu features such as chhatris. It is considered to be Emperor's sleeping room. Khas Mahal provides the most successful example of painting on a white marble surface. On the left of the Khas Mahal is the Musamban Burj built by Shah Jahan. It is a beautiful octagonal tower with an open pavilion. It boasts of its openness, elevation and cool evening breezes. This is where Shah Jahan lay on his deathbed, gazing at the Taj. Now, this is the Sheesh Mahal or the Glass Palace, which is the finest example of decorative water engineering in the hammams. It is believed to have been the harem or the dressing room, and its walls are inlaid with tiny mirrors which are the best specimens of the glass mosaic decoration in India. To the right of Sheesh Mahal is Divani Khas, the hall of private audience. The marble pillars are inlaid with semi-precious stones in the delightful floral patterns. Adjacent to this is the Mamam-e-Shahi or the Shah Burj, used as the summer retreat. The Divani arm used to house the famous Peacock Throne, which was taken to the Red Fort when Shah Jahan moved his capital to Delhi. The throne alcove was richly decorated by white marble. Nagina Masjid, built by Shah Jahan, was the private mosque of the leaders of the court. Moti Masjid or the Pearl Mosque is the prettiest structure at Agra Fort. The building is presently closed for visitors. Near Moti Masjid is Meena Masjid, which seems to have been constructed by Shah Jahan strictly for his private use. So basically these are all the places inside the Agra Fort. I am going to end today's session by saying one thing to everyone. We like to visit this kind of beautiful places for their scenic beauty, but there's actually a lot more to it. We should all know about our country's heritage and the history of all the physical remains of the past dynasties. So guys, thanks for watching and I will be back with a new video very soon. Till then, stay tuned.